I think in the realms of people ruining their careers as a gacha CC, I don't think anybody takes the cake like Mr. Pokey because he's in this weird limbo where part of me hopes he learns from his mistakes and rises as a phoenix. Like, we, those rise from the ashes stories, it's like I did wrong. I learned from my deeds, like the villain when they finally see the right way and they come back strong, and now they're part of the heroes. That's kind of where my hopes are, but reality, unfortunately, tend to go against sometimes, not all the time, but sometimes it goes against what you really hope for. And Mr. Poke, unfortunately, seems to still be disappointing. I seen what's happening with the Arknights Endfield stuff when it comes to his takes about the matter of the gacha system. Same old stuff, same old rage bait stuff, etc., etc. And he decided, why not make a guide about the very thing that got people looking at bro, not taking his opinions as seriously anymore, has me having him on mute. And he decided, you know what would be good? Let me make a video teaching people how to do that. Let me teach you how to ruin your reputation. So I wanted to watch this video with you guys. I'll be real, man. How to be a gacha tribalist complete free to play guide is a clean title, but it's like we're hearing this from you. And obviously, you shouldn't be the guide maker to this particular thing because it is the very thing that ruined your reputation, man. Or at least it was a huge part of it. The biggest part was obviously you letting your friend just get eaten alive right in front of you and not doing shit. That's, at least for me, you lost me. Like, you will never be anything more than an acquaintance for tons of people because people never trust you as a friend. They'll never do that. They see what you can do. They see what you're capable of. I wouldn't trust you with my back personally, but let's learn today what not to do as a creator. This is me being optimistic, or just me bringing in some good sauce. This is me waking you boys up, boys and girls. I know there's a few of them. Shouts out to the ladies. Waking you up to this is not what not to do. If there's anything to do, I'll point it out. Anyway, without further ado, let's see how to ruin our reputation. Aren't we done with this whole gotcha war thing? 'Cause I think it's cringe as hell, man. I've been out of the streets for like a year or so. Okay, we're still doing this. It's kind of, I don't know. Like, isn't this over? It feels so old and like used up type of. I don't know. I think the whole gotcha war thing is just cringe because play whatever the hell you want for crying out loud. Just if it's fun to be had in a game, just play their games. They're there for you, for your entertainment. You are the king of all these gotcha games. You get to decide what you do with them. Or queen. Shouts out to the ladies. I know there's some of you out here. I appreciate you. I really do. Gotta make sure I don't forget. All right.
Alright guys, so for today's video, we have something very very special today on another episode in Pokey's Classroom. Now the topic of this video, first of all, Poros, W emo by Roxy. We are going to be using Poros
I don't know what
as
that
our
is.
mascot for all of our little Pokey's Classroom slides going forward. So if you guys like to use this kind of emotes, hop onto our stream at twitch.tv. Right now, I'll see you guys there. But yes, today's topic is going to be the art of gacha war. Now, this is going to be essentially one of the inference from something that you call the art of war by Sun Tzu.
Yeah.
Sun Tzu Bing Fa. Now, Mr. Pokey, in his infinite wisdom, with the buff of Professor Pokey, has decided to translate the art of gacha war as a means to combat this phenomenon that has been happening for the past couple of months, right? I'm sure you guys, by the time you guys watch this video, you have seen a couple of other videos like this. If you know, you know. So there are basically two ways.
Stop pretending like you're above it. You're not. You look pathetic. You're literally rage baiting, bro. Stop it. Just be like Gacha Smack. Play whatever the you want, and that's it. Unless someone tackles you directly, is the only time you are involved in drama. Besides that, you're never there. Or like Vulcan, bro is literally incognito. Unless you're like one of those two, just don't. I'll be honest, man. I cover this shit because I like the social aspect of this. I like social dynamics. That's why I'm here. I don't give a I don't give a rat's ass about the game in particular. I don't care about defending it. I don't care about pushing it. I don't really care. I'm just here because I think the clash between X personality and Y personality is interesting. And what we can learn from it as people and how we can grow from it. That's basically why I cover drama. That's why you'll see me do this. Bro here sitting here acting like, if you've seen the videos where you're literally rage baiting, wanting that shit to happen. You know what's going to happen. Come on.
Ways to go about this. I mean, technically, there was a third way, which is do nothing. But clearly, after almost one entire year of doing nothing, it ain't gonna work. So option A is to violence solves everything, as Katarina would once say. But unfortunately, Mr. Bogey does not believe in violence. So the best way to combat violence, to combat gacha war, is with love, right? With the power of love, friendship, education, and
Bro's gonna talk about friendship. Sure, buddy.
a touch of poetic writing, this is gonna be the topic we are addressing today. So without further ado, after you finish this video, you would understand exactly how to be a gacha warrior. Picture this scenario. You have been playing your gacha game
Here we go. So we're owning it. Thank God.
for a very, very long time. But alas, at the end of everything, there's always gonna be warriors, tribalists, hating on any medium that you seek to enjoy.
I'll be honest, man. I think St. Chess is just farming you in the name of the game. I don't think he gives that much fucks about you. That's my take. I know this is a kind of image and immersion breaking. I can feel it. Like it's subtle, but it's there. He really doesn't give a fuck about you anymore. He's just doing this for the name of the game. Because if we were in his shoes, the best way to keep going about build a certain momentum, a certain type of momentum, you have to keep pushing that momentum. It's the smart thing to do. But I think Saint John has kind of washed his hands off you a long time ago. I think when it comes to the whole you versus him part, he wins with flying colors. It's over. Like him beating you right now is just literally him bullying you. And I don't take him as that type of guy. The reason why you are in the forefront is because you're at a certain level of popularity. That's the name of the game. All right, that's the name of the game. It is what it is. You can tell. Saint is not stupid. Saint is not a bully. Because why would he knock you when you're down? The reason why he won't knock you when you're down because you're not completely down. That's it. Because of the name of the game. But in terms of him personally, I can't speak for him completely. But there's a subtle hint of I guess I gotta get after this guy again. God damn it. But anyway, I think it'll be fun. Good for the channel, too. That's it.
So you might ask yourself this, right? Why does this phenomenon happen? Why is it that no matter how many times you want to go ahead into a gacha game, a community, right? Maybe you want to learn about the game, the story or lore, there always seem to be some kind of resistance and pushback because your game is probably bad because you're
The reason why this happens in terms of the audience, because there's a difference between the audience and the CCs. In terms of the audience, people need to have the feel that they are playing the most popular thing, because if I'm playing the most popular thing, it creates a certain level of validation, a social validation that I'm playing the best stuff. That's as simple as that. As in, if I'm seeing playing this game, people will recognize it and think of me, I'm awesome. And if they don't, they're just missing out, because I have to believe that this is the best shit ever. People need that belief in their mind. And see, when you come here and you're like, no, it's flawed, this is that, we have a lot of weak-willed people. You gotta realize that, especially in gacha. There's a lot of weak-willed people. Very, very soft. So they create this belief system, and when you come here and you go, well, actually, there's this flaw with this, there's this, and that, that's immersion breaking. They don't like that stuff. And so there's pushback when it comes to that, because a lot of people like to defend the illusions they create for themselves that allows them to keep pushing and create a sense of validation for themselves. And the reason why they push this on the internet is to get people to agree with their take and with their sentiment, because we tend to look for people that share similar values and are kind of similar to us. We look for those, and the more we're pushed, the more people go, oh, like they just push you, they retweet you, all that good. That's why you typically see them on Twitter. You get that dose of dopamine, and guess what? What that does? You start to associate your own self-worth with, let's say, for example, the likes and the validation that comes with a bunch of strangers on the internet. Basically, I don't know about you, but that's pretty dangerous. You're doing yourself a huge disservice if that's what you're on. This is really bad. Your self-worth should come from within. You know what you are. You prove yourself to yourself every single day. You can stumble. You understand that you're an imperfect being, and you keep it pushing. It's that simple. You don't need a bunch of randoms to tell you you're this or that. That's it. You gotta understand, especially in today's day and age. For the CCs, however, it's a bit of a different ball game, because there's the name of the game. Some CCs fall into the trap of like They're the same as the audience. They have this a similar reflex. But with CCs, there's the added profitability that comes with this game and it being in this specific position. And second, when it comes to drama and the CC versus CC, there's of course profitability in terms of the audience because you can build an audience off putting another CC down. It's not in gacha. It's not limited to just gacha. It's in everything. For example, I would go to politics. Look at politics. They punch up. Like punching up is where it's at. Because if you punch up and you succeed to land a punch, you can climb. You can use that as a grip and you can climb. That's just human social behavior. Like it's just, this is how it goes. This is the name of human society. Gacha is just another cog in this huge system. I hope I'm making some sense.
Is probably bad because you're playing XYZ game. ABC game is probably going to be ending your service. This gacha system is really, really bad. Power creep is going out of hand. HP inflation. And I'm pretty sure you have heard this
HP.
a lot of times. So the reason why these arguments, these pointers being brought up is because of these things called fallacies. And my objective today is to
The use of invalid or otherwise faulty reasoning in the construction of an argument. Okay.
simply illustrate 5
I'm trying to learn these words and stuff. Apparently, people like to use these fancy words now, so I try to include them in my vocabulary. They're very hard to use, though.
common fallacies.
I can understand them, but I have a hard time using them and placing them in my vocabulary. You know, like fancy and shit. I have a hard time. I think it's because I'm not from America, man. God damn it.
That you can
Bad RNG, Chad. Bad RNG.
use as a gacha warrior to destroy your enemies who dares to oppose your path because your gacha game is the greatest gacha game of all time. So,
Yeah, and we just
fallacy
explained why.
Number 1, context.
They needed to be there for their own validation. All right, it's personal for them.
Right, context. Before we jump into fallacy number 1, context. So here is the context of essentially why we're talking about it just today. As you guys would have seen probably from YouTube, from Twitter, from your local communities, from wherever it's going to be, especially regarding Arknights Endfield gacha. So what essentially happened is Professor Pokey did a very similar sort of video for both this current main channel of mine.
God damn. Everything to know about Arknights Endfield gacha got like 1,800 views. God damn, what the fuck happened to you? That's like my type of views, and I'm washed. Like I haven't been on YouTube for like a year. I committed the ultimate YouTube sin. What? What? I guess it's safe to say we gotta call this video "How to Ruin Your Reputation as a Gacha CC." Pretty much.
As well as for my alternative guide channel, Polycorp, explaining.
It's sad because last I've been involved in gacha as much as I try to be now. I really like this guy. I do. Like this is like shocking to me. It's like I'm Captain America. It's like I've been on the ice. I woke up. Everything is shit now. I remember I was struggling. I think I was just laid off. I was just laid off, and I was coping like while I found a job. Now I remember this shit has started happening. Him versus St. John's. I was like, I'm in a different reality. I don't know what the fuck happened, but I feel like I woke up into a different reality. I get laid off, and 2 of my buddies are just clashing. I was like, whoa, shit. I remember also we were talking to him when the greedy and stupid shit. Funny story, actually. Believe it or not, when I was in VC with I think it was him, Cap, Ethan, and Connor's thoughts. That day, actually, I was in a bus. I had to run away. I'm not gonna go into details, but anyway, I was a bit on the run. I'm not a criminal. All right, just don't go imagining things that are not. I just had to run away from some people, and I'm in the bus. And I was literally, I'm hotspotting my phone, and I pull out my mic, and I'm literally talking gotcha stuff with them because I still wanted to be involved with them because, you know, they were my group, they were my people, technically. I guess not as much when it comes to certain of the people, but I really wanted to think that they were my people, man. And I remember we were talking to him about this and also talking about gotcha in a public setting, you know, like a bus. Weird as shit. Weird as shit. He really wanted to stand strong on the greedy and stupid stuff. And it's kind of when I started to realize that, yeah, okay, there's no talking to this guy. I remember my bus was almost arrived and I was like, okay, I could continue the conversation, stay in the call, or actually just dip out. And I thought about it. I was like, nah, I'm just going to dip out. I don't give a fuck. Something's off with this guy. I don't know what it is. Anyway, I'm sacrificing too much because I don't want to keep talking like my computer like this, my laptop like this, my mic like this in front of everybody. Y'all take care. Y'all take care. And what really pushed me to just abandon ship was his attitude towards the lack of admission towards greedy and stupid is not this complete argument. Like, okay, we can see the sense, the argument you're trying to make, but it comes in conflict with this type of stuff that we as players should encourage. I was like, yeah, okay, I don't know what it is, but it feels like we just want to win an argument because we associate self-worth with that argument. And that's when it dawned on me that since numbers are incredibly important, losing an argument online, especially in disgrace, when you lose it in disgrace, a lot of people drop you because a lot of people like to associate with winners. Oh, I watch Mr. Pokey. Mr. Pokey is him, right? And if he's not him anymore, well, they can't say that. They can't say that. And be like, I was Mr. Pokey because HSR. That's it. That's all they can say. So, yeah, there's this level of association, and I'm trying to explain why people are willing to die in certain, to just drown in certain ships. Okay, it doesn't make sense. Why would you stay there? Like, clearly, we're giving you all these arguments as to why that go against why this is not as simple as you're trying to make it be. But there's a reason why, and this is the reason why. Winning arguments apparently is clout points that are very important to a certain type of audience, which why would you want to cater to those people? Like, I'm an imperfect being. I still learn things. Like, I'm gonna be wrong from time to time. Duh. Like they call my ass a grandpa. It's like shit.
The gacha system, right? I point out how the gacha system works, which scenarios would benefit the players the most, and how at the end, like one of the very first things I talked about in that video is that the only thing that matters is pool income. As long as you have enough pool income, all these things doesn't really fall into place before that factor. But before the pool income thing actually comes in, we can take a look at how this system works.
What the fuck is this system, man? As a casual, I look at this and I go, man, 120 pools, right, guys? That's what I love. Some of the shouts out to the Arknights, Endfield enthusiasts in my comment section. There's like, look, don't do shit until you get 120 pulls, bro. That's it. That's all you should know, man. That's all you should know. You tell me sparks. I don't know what a spark is. I'm guessing it's a pull. Did you win? Get rate up. Pull more from 81 to 119. Spark at 240. Pity does not carry. What the fuck is this? Let's just make it simple for fuck's sake.
To better prepare yourselves going into Arknights Endfield. That was like the first thing I said in the 43-minute video that I posted yesterday, right? But unfortunately, essentially at this point, no matter how many infographics, right, how many videos, how many like one-picture summaries that you have seen from my Twitter, we will always have classic examples of things like this. What is the point of making a gacha if we always need 120 pools, right? It is 100% predatory AF because it encourages people to do single pools or lose pools. I ain't reading all that. All I know is that gacha will always be gacha. How they try to trick you into thinking it's better is why these games are successful. Blame the Chinese for introducing the 0.x rates. Yeah, no shit, your explanation clears things up for the normies, but does this excuse the predatory dog?
Shouts out to Principal Joe Fish. He was like, at Grok, what is the TLDR, bro? Yep. Grok, can you summarize this shit? I just want to play a video game, man. I'm playing Arknights Endfield. I think we're all playing Arknights Endfield. We just want to have fun, man. Can you just let me know, like, in summary, what I should do, and that's it? Y'all shut the fuck up, bro.
Shit that they're pulling here? No. GTF. The system is systematically predatory when you can try to play around it, but it won't change the fact that it is. It is not the same. This is one of my personal favorites, by the way. It is not the same. I frequently pull on banners I like to own, but don't care enough to guarantee. Now, this is particularly true when I'm on 50-50 because a carryover system allows you to front load luck. Yep.
No. Shut the fuck up. He is totally right. Shut the fuck up. That's what I do. And guess what happened? I have every single fucking character, you dumbass. I'm finna go on a bit of a tangent, so brace yourself. Luck strikes in different times. I don't know how to explain this. I know I'm gonna sound voodoo, but please bear with me. There's pattern recognition in your life as you go about your day. There's something called pattern recognition. They're small, and sometimes they're kind of voodoo, but you can tell. It's like for example, I can tell like maybe I'm about to drop the keys in my hand. I better hold them strong, grip them strong, or maybe my phone. Like maybe I'm not holding my phone strong. I'm multitasking. I'm like, where's my shit? And sometimes like you'll notice like I'm just holding it like this. Like look at my fingers. They're not like gripping it. And I'm gonna go grip. I'm like, okay, the reason why I just gripped is because I remember my brain tells me that, oh, if I don't grip it properly, my phone is gonna fall. Not the best analogy, but you see what I'm trying to get to. Is sometimes when I just I'm in the game and I'm dropping 5-star resources when I'm like farming for the resources of the characters. I see that I just dropped this here, right? I just pulled in SSR and man, I didn't get shit. Which you can see, by the way, in my pull video, Genshin or Why Not Both. That one you can see where I strategically, there was strategy to me getting in early. That's strategy. At the start of the video, there was, I'm gonna pull with Genshin first because I want an early in Withering Waves, as my resources are scarce there, and they're not scarce here. And you will notice that I did indeed get an early. It's luck based on math. I procced RNG. As a Yu-Gi-Oh player, which is a card game which relies on luck, you have to learn how to play with RNG. And I believe, as players, as gamers, playing with RNG is incredibly important as a skill set. It is. It's key. It's like looking for a job. You post to all these companies because you are maximizing the odds of you finding a job. That's it. If you keep just pushing for particular companies, well, you're not gonna strike out as fast. You branch out, you maximize odds. It's really not that complicated. Rowan Males is onto something because I recognize patterns. I'm playing. I'm dropping golds. It's this and wait. Is today a lucky day? Because there's days that suck and there's days that are incredible. Everything goes your way. You try to cross, no cars. You go to the store, promotions. Wait. The pretty girl smiles at me today. The gym was empty. No one was using the kitchen today. Nothing at the sink. Wait. This is a lucky day. Shit. Let's see how lucky it is. Is it full lucky, like very lucky? Because lucky days are differ. I know I'm sounding voodoo. Just bear with me. Some are very lucky. Some are decent luck. Some are normal luck. And so it goes. And you try to recognize which one it is. In the very lucky ones, which they are, and I'm proof of that because I got a shit ton of earlies, brother. The reason why I got those shit ton of earlies is due to me recognizing those lucky days. My account is living proof. Sorry, bucko. It's just that we're in another realm that you cannot understand because we are Bayshade. No, but seriously. It's not like me trying to just argue here. I'm very serious. I know it sounds voodoo. I know it sounds weird as fuck. It's genuinely a fucking thing. More information to you, the more you know. That's what I was trying to say.
You can front load the luck and actively ensures more fun with the gacha system. And then we
True.
also have the classic Add Grok, what is the TLDR, and
That's the most based one in the entirety of these.
lastly, does not carry over I'm out. So these are really some of the hundreds, if not, at this point, I think like close to thousands of sentiments with
Because they want the freedom that comes with, I can just casually throw a 10 and not be penalized for that. That's it. I'm in a pulling mode today. Should I go to a different game for me to do that? What if I want to do that on this banner? For example, me and Lupa. Like, I just threw a 10. Me and Chisa, I just threw a 10. Like, I just threw... Lupa was like I threw 30. I was like, man, Rogue really killed it with that goddamn video. All right, y'all got me. He even aired my ass out. But I was right, though. It's like, she's Gunnar bait, and then we had Iono, and everybody forgot about Lupa. It's like, Lupa who? What I'm trying to say is, like, you get hype over a character, but you don't want to put all your resources there. It's like, you know what? I will respect these current system, and I will go with current satisfaction. I'm going to throw these. If it's there, great. If it's not, great. I can do that. The current Hoyo formula allows me to do that. This shit does not allow me to do that. And when you tell people you are more restricted to the freedoms you have, I think we can easily see how that can be problematic for people.
I've seen, not from my personal space, from
You are forcing them into one way of tackling banners. Yeah, we don't take kindly to restrictions around, yeah.
Twitter, from YouTube, from Discord, from everywhere. But there are a lot of people talking about this system, right? Which is why gacha warriors, you guys need to prepare right now on how to destroy your opponents when they dare to question against Arknights, right? So first fallacy at hominem. I'm not sure how to pronounce it. I'm so sorry, but that
We're telling people, oh, we're gonna defend Arknights warriors. I think this is actually, you know what? Maybe it's not.
at hominem, guys. Attacking the person making the argument rather than the argument itself. Now, this is a
Yeah, this is incredibly common in debates, especially. Like, everybody does this. Everybody does this. I don't like to do this personally. I think people are awesome, typically, unless they prove otherwise, like the guy on the screen. But I'm a glass half full kind of guy.
classic strategy that us gacha warriors need to employ. Because if you do not employ this strategy, a lot of times your opponent will just simply continue making logical points for you. So don't say things like, Arknights gacha system is bad because I can't stop pulling before 120 pulls.
Arknight system is bad because I don't have the freedom to pull whenever I want. I literally said what you just said in a different way, which truly shows why this is an issue. Argue that. I'll wait.
Never ever say that. Instead, you
Because
should.
at that point, we're going to start talking about freedom and restriction. And I think I'll win. Like, you can't beat me there. I know I just checkmated you right now because we're talking about freedom. Yeah, checkmate, bucko. Just because people are bad with their phrasing and they don't even understand themselves and why they think a certain way doesn't necessarily mean they're wrong. Like, the spirit of what they're trying to say is correct. The way they're phrasing it is wrong. Don't misunderstand. Because here's the thing, like, we're trying to act like we're cooking these guys or like they're just deranged. No, they're a little bit uninitiated when it comes to how they process things. Okay, great. They're still discovering themselves. They don't fully understand why they think a certain thing. But come on. Like, you're just gonna farm those guys? Really? You're gonna hit people when they're still lost? Okay, great. I guess why not hit people when they're down? Why not farm them when they're down, huh? Sure. I mean, name of the game, right?
Like,
I don't like it, but I understand it, is what I'm trying to say. I'm not defending it right now.
this, right? Mr. Pokey is attempting to justify the Arknights Endfield system. It is clear he is the bigger shield, right? Damn, the sponsorship must be pretty big. Corporate boot leaking, as usual. Cock sucking, greedy devs, be like. Bro, got the bag. Grifting red. Laying red. Okay, this one is a really, really long post over here, so we're just gonna zoom in a little bit more.
He's called Gobarina Enjoyer. Oh, shit.
LL, he's actually playing the part of a communist dictator. Exceptional. This is genuinely how you look like. What a cuck. Newer generations never felt the need to plan. Holy fuck, shut the fuck up, it's a gacha. People will always move towards the ones with the better rates. Dumb ass CC. Leave the multi-billion-dollar company alone. So by employing this strategy called the ad hominem, you literally can ignore how the gacha system is like. You don't have to address whether it's 120 pulls, 80 pulls, 60 pulls, 1 pull, doesn't matter. All you have to do is to go ahead and attack the opposing council directly.
Well, we're doing both. There's this corner of the streets. Yeah, it's right here. Yeah, this cool, clean corner of the streets. There's like, yeah, we know. We know what you're trying to say. Still an issue. Doesn't give me the freedom of, and me using RNG and pattern recognition to my advantage. I can't just pull for the fuck of it with my buddies in a Discord call. Because, like, why not? Can't do that.
Right, that is what gacha warriors must do. Because at the end of the day, if you can disprove a person itself, it doesn't really matter what point they're trying to make.
Yeah, so, if you destroy the person, it eliminates their arguments. Classic. You even see it in court. People's lives were ruined by this. Like, it's that big, guys. It's that big. Like, if you think it's just gacha, you're out of your damn mind. Like, this is insanely present in everyday life. Everyday life. People lost their lives because of this shit.
Hopefully, you guys will learn this strategy for your gacha war next time. Now, for the second strategy I can teach you guys today, it is going to be the straw man. Right?
It always pisses me off with the straw man. I always forget what it is.
Right, the straw man. Misrepresenting someone's argument to make it easier to attack, often at extreme lengths.
Okay.
So don't say things like, I see the pros and cons of the gacha system.
I see the pros and cons of the gacha system in Arknights Endfield after your explanation. That's kind of what I said. It's still problematic, though. The cons outweigh the pros here, bucko.
After your explanation. Instead, you can employ this strategy, right? Where you can just say, oh, so what you're saying is Arknights is the best gacha system in the entire world, and everybody should be following this, right?
Yeah, a lot of people do this.
So the key word to employ over here is, so what you're saying. When that is literally not what.
It feels like a mom rebuttal. Like when people will say this. Doesn't it feel like my mom? I was just complaining about something. She's like, I'll be like, Mom, there's too much salt in this. She'd be like, oh, so what? All my food are bad. It's always been salty. It's always been like this. I'm the worst cook ever, aren't I? No, Mama. It just this time. Notice I just complained now that there's too much salt on the steak. Okay, that's it. I remember this one time I complained and she was like, "Well, go get you your wife," and then she let her cook for you. And shut the like, all right, Mom. All right, now I see why guys get married is to get away from their moms, huh?
Opponent saying, but it doesn't matter to you as a gacha warrior because it doesn't matter what they are trying to say. It's what you are trying to pretend they want to say, so you can then employ your own agendas against them.
Yeah.
Now, for this particular point, I would like
again, this goes beyond gacha. Notice just me and my mom in a steak. It's a thing.
To employ you a bonus secret mechanic that only elite gacha warriors will know, which is gonna be right here. The ad hominem straw man quick swap technology. Now this is like really level 100 gacha warriors. Okay? You can combine two different fallacies into a single argument to make your point even stronger. So instead of saying, so what this guy trying to say things like, so what this grifting red is trying to say. So for this particular point of view, not only have you destroyed their character, you have also destroyed the point they were trying to make, which they never in the first place, which will essentially consolidate your victory over them as the gacha warrior that you know, right? So hopefully you can use this tip for your future gacha wars. So now we're going to be moving on into the next tip, and that is going to be the false dilemma, presenting only two choices when more exists. So those are the things that I respect.
I guess the previous one was a Saint Chong thing, because I think he's the only one that called him a grifting rat. I call them grifters. I just call them the name of the game. All right, like maybe it is grifting, but I don't think necessarily is the case. I would call it the name of the game. It's what you do. It's what they do. It's what they have to do. It is what it is. It is what it is. It's like complaining that fire burns. It's like, yeah, that's what it does. Yeah, you can complain about it, but yeah, fire is not going to change its nature, bucko.
You can enjoy multiple gacha games at a time, each having their unique.
And I hate people that are not flexible and adaptable. Like you like, okay, this is what they're always going to be. I freaking detest it. And especially when I don't see there's any good in it left. Like I just have to quit. It pisses me off. Because like you're a person, like you have the right, you can adapt if you want to, but it's like you just refuse to. It's like fuck.
Pros and cons. Because a new
Pisses me
Slash
off.
is a gacha game. You play gacha
Actually, it doesn't piss me off. It disappoints me, to be honest with you. Piss me off is a strong term.
games to enjoy. You can have multiple choices. You can like both ramen and sushi at the same time. You
Yeah.
can like both water
Okay, now he's speaking my language.
waves and Genshin Impact at the same time, right?
Yep,
so
that's
instead
right.
of doing this, you really want to log in to the entire mindset of your opponent, turning them against themselves by pitting, oh, if you like Watering Waves, you must hate everything else. If you like a Genshin Impact, you must hate everything else. Because
Yeah.
God forbid, if you ever have any other preference, you are a traitor, you are a rat, and you don't deserve to be part of my community because
Yep.
you are a shield, etc., etc. And notice what I did there, right? Notice what I did there, class. I am
And people will do that for the sake of wanting to belong to a community because a lot of the anime fans, shit, I would go even beyond. People are lonelier than ever now. There's a loneliness crisis that hits everybody. People think it's just the male loneliness epidemic. Shit, I would say women are more lonely than men because women are like, men are just hungry, but they're just sitting in a room hungry. Women are sitting hungry next to the kitchen. They can smell the food of everybody just trying to get into their pants. They're like, well, maybe one of them is gonna seat my hunger of loneliness. Good luck seeping through all that as your mouth is watering and you're smelling that. Oh, it smells like good pizza. You know what? I'm getting hungry my damn self. and, and like you gotta find that, and then it turns out you finally eat one. It's rotten. It's like, oh no, my heart. He broke my heart. Fuck. Yeah, good luck with that. You eat another a friend. She's like, fuck this bitch. She did this to me. I told her my secrets, and she just aired that shit out. I'll be honest, man. For me, I'll keep saying it. I'm dying on that hill. Women have it harder than men when it comes to relationships. I'm dying on that hill, unless they luck out,
employed.
which most of them don't, sadly. And so, how does this apply to the Genshin Wu argument? Oh, it's simple. It's because people want to feel like they belong somewhere due to the loneliness, and they're ready to just not be kicked out of the group, right? No one wants to be the black sheep. And yeah, they keep behaving in a particular way that's not true to themselves for the sake of fitting in. I've been there. I think a lot of us have been here. I detest me having to resort to that because I wasn't taught better, but here we are. A lot of us also fall into the trap of parents telling you you should just fit in, be normal, be like the other kids, do what the other kids do. Look, don't do shit. Just look what the others do it like them. Sure, that's gonna work out so well when I grow up because I regret so much shit. When I was a kid growing up, I regret so much shit because like I just seen the others do, and mom and dad know better, so I just did what they did. That was so fucking stupid.
Employ the false dilemma in tandem with the ad hominem once again. If they would not play Watering Waves, they are automatically deemed as a red. If they
And see, the problem with this, sorry, but the problem with this is that hindsight is 2020, and you can only view things sometimes in hindsight because you still don't know better due to the current debuffs you have. For example, me, I was a kid, or I was depressed at some point, I was lost, and right now these guys like they're lost. Like these girls too, they're lost. They don't know better. They're still trying to figure themselves out. They're dealing with all these debuffs. There's social media telling you have to be one thing, school telling you to be another, your parents telling you to be another, and you from within telling yourself to be a whole different thing than all these guys are saying. It's so complicated that people just want to turn their brain off and just get with a program and that's it. Okay, I'm fitting in. Okay, great. Oh, please, it's just that's it. But no, I think the ultimate voice that should win is the one from within, and you navigate and adapt it according to the world around you. It's really simple, but it takes courage. And a lot of people don't have that because they don't want you to have that. Because if you do, you set yourself out from the herd, and you're not easily marketable, easily to market to. It's hard to market shit to you, and we want you to be a mindless consumer that's emotionally damaged and need to fill the void he has within by buying useless crap. That's basically the world we live in right now, in case you haven't noticed.
They were to love Genshin Impact, they will be automated in as a shell, right? So combine these fluidly based on your needs so that you can be the best gacha warrior that ever will be, right? The hasty generalization, making a broad claim based on a small or unrepresentative sample. So don't say things like, Arknights Endfield gacha seems complicated at first, but I will try to understand it more. Instead,
That's what we did.
you can go ahead and employ this strategy right here,
I
which
guess
is
we're not a gacha warrior, guys.
when a company is making the gacha system overcomplicated, it means they are trying to scam you.
In a way, yeah. Yeah, you make some shit too complicated. I'm like, okay, I don't know where the angle is, but I think they're trying to stick something up me.
The worst thing about Arknights Endfield gacha is getting the first 120 pools. Free to play will try to farm their first 120 pools and realize the game does not have 120 pools for 1.0, right? The spark reset and making it complicated where non-native English speakers or some dumbass keeps pooling wrong is inherently predatory.
I wouldn't call them dumbasses. I just call them they just don't know. Like, you just don't know. Like, I just started playing the game. I know nothing about gacha. This is my first gacha. How the hell am I supposed to know?
No matter how good you think the system is, I won't even touch this shit. Hopefully, it's EOS. And yes, every single one of these screenshots
Why
is
would you want an EOS? Like, it's so petty.
by AI. It is real examples left on my real comments on my comment section as well as Twitter, right? So this is a really, really effective strategy, especially because you can just say, oh, if this is X, therefore it's Y. So you can use it for like a lot.
A lot of people like to simplify things like that. Yeah. Sadly, a lot of people make this annoying ass behavior. It's like, bro, grow up, for fuck's sake.
A lot of different things on top of using our quick swap technology. Oh, so if this guy plays Arknights Endfield, therefore he's getting paid by Arknights. If this guy dares to say anything bad about Wandering Waves, oh, therefore he has skill issue. Classic, timeless, and forever effective. Moving the goalposts, changing the criteria of a win after the original criteria have been met. So don't say things like, now that I understand the point, Arknights Endfield gacha is better for unlucky players who commit to one better, because 120 pools is lesser than 180 pools. Because if you admit that this criteria is met, it means you lost the argument.
Yeah, so yeah, but if you're unlucky, but most players are not unlucky. That's the thing. I think unlucky players quit. I'll be honest. If I was unlucky in a gacha, either I reset my account because I really love the game, or I just quit. That's how I do it, but man, I don't know what to tell you.
And nobody wants to lose as a gacha warrior, right? So instead of doing this, do something like this. So first of all, okay, can I just read this first out? But the general statement is because Arknights Endfield gacha is bad because no PD carry forward. So
I was just about to tell him, like, please don't read me this. Yes, summarize, please. Grok.
partial pooling, you're gonna get punished.
Thank
right?
you, Grocky. We'll call him Grocky.
Then, after establishing that this is the case or not the case, you can then change your objective right here. So now the argument is basically, it is intentionally confusing. So it is no longer about the pity, but it is intentionally confusing where uninformed players will have no idea how the gacha system works, therefore it is a bad gacha. So this is just one simple example of how you can change the goalpost. Out of every single example that I've taught you guys today, changing or moving the goalpost is probably one of the easiest to make because at any point in time, you can keep dodging. And if someone were to go after...
I don't think it's necessarily the goalpost. It's like, okay, you focused on this one thing about it. Okay, but what about this other thing? It's kind of what I feel like is happening with the current argument we have right now. I'm not saying moving goalposts is not a strategy. I'm pretty sure it is. But I think usually people just go, okay, good, good. Yeah, sure, we agree on this particular point. Let's move on to these other points that are also in the list of cons about this topic we're having right now, is what I think is going on.
You for saying you are changing the goalpost, you can simply just say, nuh-uh, nuh-uh, because it is up to the person who called you out to prove the point otherwise, making the battlefield advantage to your side over the opponent. So with all that being established, I will now come into the final segment of this video on the Art of Gacha War, right? So here is the application where we combine everything that I taught you guys today into a sample script in which you can use on your next Gacha War adventure. Ladies and gentlemen, what we have here today is a classic Hoyo show take from our favorite guy, Mr. Choki. And I'm here to explain why Arknights Endfield has the worst gacha in history that will lead to its AOS and being dead on arrival. So first of all, I think we can all agree that Bro is a grifting rat, paid off by Hoyo, Darway, Arknights, Endfield, his Oilers, and everyone in the gachaverse to shield for this gacha games. He is literally so broke, he has to beg his streams for his sub goals and donations and gacha top up, so you just know that whatever this guy say doesn't matter. He is, in fact, a hyper grifter. Now, moving on. What this grifting rat is basically saying is that Arknights Endfield has the best gacha in the entire world, and everyone in the gachaverse should follow this method. Because at the end of the day, it is the most free-to-play friendly system, which obviously is inherently false. Therefore, his point for Arknights Endfield gacha does not make sense, right? So this is gonna be a classic Hoyo show grifter take because he's trying to steal players from the actual game of the year, Wuthering Waves, right? We all know where that's gonna be the best game, and they will convert the Wuthering Waves players to Arknight players because he wants to ruin Wuthering Waves because he is paid off by Hypergrip.
No one is moving from Wuthering Waves to Arknights, or at least it doesn't make any sense to me because why not play both? Like we're finally getting Amius, and you're telling me I have to quit now? Shut the fuck up.
So, at this point, you might be wondering, Professor Pokey, aren't you being a little bit too harsh on Mr. Choki? Where is the proof that Arknights and
It's like you can just do your quest in Wuthering Waves, and then you should start Arknights, and you play for the rest of the day. Easy.
has a bad gacha? I'm very, very glad that you asked it, right? So as you can see over here, when a company is trying to make a gacha system this complicated, you know they are literally hiding some nasty predatory shit. Because if you have nothing to hide, why make it yet? Why not just summarize it in 5 seconds like in Wuthering Waves? And on top of that, this game literally costs 5,000 premium currency. 5,000 premium currency for a temple. Now that's like literally 3 times higher than Wuthering Waves. So obviously nobody on an Endfield is going to have enough to pay for this gacha. And of course, Mr. Choki here is going to have to grid for his Oilers to sponsor his pools because he literally cannot afford a pool in this gacha game. At this last segment,
No, but that was crazy though. I mean, you did do that, and that is kind of crazy though. That's like a new low because it's in 4K, like you said it. It's right there. It's like it's not people making shit up. It's right there. I don't know, man. Like look, I'm optimistic. I love the concept of it. It's beautiful, but considering what you're known for, not the best, buddy. Not the best.
You might say, the most unlucky player in Arknights Endfield can get a rate up 6-star in 120 pools instead of 160 like Wuthering Waves. But wait, guys. Wuthering Waves has 50-50 carry forward. Therefore, you can literally try to gamble and win early, but you don't get punished for being a gambler. Also, we have a weapon system.
It's not being a gambler. It's like I just do what the game is literally allowing me to do. It's like people pull packs or whatever. It's like people like to do RNG from time to time. People go to casinos from time to time. That doesn't mean they're like gamblers. It's just like, this sounds like fun at this particular time. Let's do it. Fuck yeah. That's it.
That has a 100% rate up. So who cares if it uses premium currency? Because it's way better than Arknights 25-75 system. So in conclusion, a classic L take from Hoyo Show, Hyper Griffer, Mr. Choki. Remember to smash that like and subscribe button, and I will see y'all next time when I explain why HSR version 4 is gonna be the worst patch in the history of gacha games. So that is gonna be my final example for the art of gacha war. This is gonna be like the end of the skit, right? So personally, I think this was a very, very fun little concept. Let me know what you guys like to see in the comments below. Any questions from class before we wrap up today's video? Absolute cinema. Absolute. Oh my god, absolute. Clappy. Thank you, Professor. Thank you. What would be the rotation between the 5? What rotation? You forgot the 6 point invented by Gen Z Wars. You are just... right. Okay, you know what? If this video reaches 1,000 likes, we'll do a part 2. We'll do a part 2, and I will go through another 5 common fantasies, probably covering classic topics, such as, for example, the art of calling everything rage bait, the quick swap mechanics of...
I'd like to see that.
Truth and lies, and all the, I would do a little bit more research, right? So if we had 1,000 likes on this video, we'll do a part 2. Is it possible to play more than one gacha? No. If you play more than one gacha game, you are literally a traitor. Oh my goodness! Lumi fandom! How dare you give me 20 gift subs? How dare you give me 20 gift subs? Oh my goodness, you are literally being scammed. You are literally being scammed by the hyper grifter. Holy shit, that is absolutely insane. How dare you give... Okay, thank you so much for the 20 gift. Thank you so much for that. That is absolutely great. Okay, we're gonna hear thing 20 times. So, oh my god, he's shielding. He's shielding everywhere. Oh my god, bro is about to shield. W shielding. Very, very good. Okay, you know what, chat? I am...
Isn't he doing exactly one of the things he said earlier? Through sarcasm.
I'm going to just wrap up this video because we're gonna hear thing 20 times. So, join to.
I can't remember their names, okay?
All of this was purely for, okay, not really just entertainment.
Yeah, there it is. Like, don't even try. Yeah, it's for entertainment, duh, but not really. It's a entertainment. The meme is Latin for not really.
Educational purpose. Because as much as this is like a skit, and I thought like a fun way to it's a fun way to address gacha war while not being angry or ragey or like all that kind of stuff, right? I think this was pretty smart for myself, if I can say so myself. But that being said, a lot of
we do have to agree with one thing, is that at least the attitude is good. There is no emotional volume that's up, right? It's kind of like normal water, right? It's calm. Like we're just having a conversation. We can speak like, ugh, or something, but like we don't go up too much. We don't go down too much. We maintain.
I say here, they are still pretty true. So if you do encounter something like this, next time you will know exactly what I'm talking about, especially this part, right? The ad hominem straw man quick. So when I had this idea in my mind, I'm like, oh my god, bro, I am absolutely fucking cooking. And oh yeah, you can feel free to check this with an AI scripter. I use Zero AI.
Why? See, there it is. It's like this is what he does. Like he throws these sneaky ass punches. Like we see you. It's like we know what the fuck does that mean? Oh, don't check me for an AI script because I'm not like that guy. It's like, bro, why we even say this? Like it doesn't add anything of value to the video. It doesn't. But it's what we do, and we're gonna claim that we don't. But clearly, it's what you do.
Oh my goodness! Okay, we gotta end this video. Okay, we're gonna end this video because the hyper grifter oilers are here. So bye bye.
Well, man, I don't know what to tell you. I think for me personally, one thing I can definitely agree with in this video is people need to calm the fuck down. You need to calm down, man. It ain't that serious. You think you need to do some self-reflecting. You need to study sometimes yourself. You should ask yourself the question of what do I really want? Why do I desire these things? Because the why I desire these things is very important because sometimes it's not necessarily you that wants it. You're programmed or you're influenced by external forces to want that particular thing. But the reality is you couldn't give a rat's ass, right? And sometimes we want things just so that we can obtain them, so which allows us to fit in with a particular group that we deem at the time the coolest shit ever. But most of them ninjas don't even they trash as fuck. But you realize that too late. And that would be my message personally is that if you're watching this and you're about that warrior stuff, ask yourself this question. In 30 years, would I be proud of this type of behavior? When I'm like 40 to 50 years old, would I be proud of this? The answer is probably no. The answer is probably no. You're not farming aura when it comes to this shit. I think these are ultimately games. Ultimately, I think they're opportunities for us to make friends, to be closer with people since we already share a hobby. Okay, we already have common ground, so like why not why not make friends and shit. It's like with your neighbor, but then again, like who's friends with their neighbor today? Most people are not, which highlights an even bigger problem in society as a whole, and where gacha is just another sphere that's affected by that huge issue that society currently has. You fighting for these gacha games, I feel like personally, besides validation point online, doesn't make any sense as to why you would do that. And associating your self worth with gacha games has got to be some of the most excuse the term, but I have to say it like it is, the pathetic thing I've ever seen. Okay, you're lost, like you're so lost, like and wake up. It's time to wake up. Like, comment, subscribe, and be seeing you.